My name is Kristen Cushman, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Blue Strike Environmental, and we are proud to have EcoShift Consulting as our climate and energy division. I'm here today to introduce a new scenario analysis framework that shapes and compares the environmental, social, and economic elements of climate mitigation efforts, also known as the triple bottom line. The framework is called EcoScore, and it's currently being used by California universities, community choice energy programs, as well as city climate action plans. In fact, this framework can be used to compare corporate operations of any kind. We call this the next generation in climate action planning. It offers a more granular look at data and how it affects our environmental, social, and economic goals. So what is the functionality of this framework? Climate action planning, or any energy and emission forecasting, involves multiple project scenarios with varying degrees of cost savings, community benefits, and environmental factors. Let's say you're a university campus or a city who has made a commitment to carbon neutrality by 2045. With this tool, you can compare investments that you will need to make in order to achieve your goal. For example, what size rooftop solar installations need to be considered? How about energy efficiency retrofits versus investments in new construction? And how does electric vehicles play a role in reducing your energy load? In addition, you can measure the ROI of rebates and incentive programs, and this helps cities and agencies decide what the incentive structure should look like. So what do you want the analysis to tell you? Many cities and counties are faced with state-mandated environmental targets, and corporations are now being given new business as usual standards. As a result, commitments are being made to transition to 100% renewable energy or to bring down carbon emissions to net zero. Our framework helps identify what the first steps are to realizing these goals and how to prioritize projects and look at various risk scenarios. There are software tools to help quantify environmental, social, and economic indicators separately, but none that compare these indicators against each other. So let's review some of our case studies. We worked with UC Santa Cruz to help write a roadmap for their campus-wide carbon neutrality goal. Our framework generated metrics such as emission savings, return on investment, and prepared a cost per metric ton of CO2. We were able to construct many scenarios for project implementation over a 20-year period. The end result showed a roadmap to achieving carbon neutrality in 20 years without having to rely on offsets. We also worked with East Bay Community Energy to outline their local business development plan. That plan explores how East Bay can contribute to local economic benefits such as job creation, customer savings, and community resilience. One specific scenario was to compare local clean energy resources against the opportunities for workforce development. Another two case studies are from Cal Poly and CSU Long Beach. With these two universities, the scenario analysis followed a similar framework. The good news is that EcoScore can be tailored to each client separately. So the outcomes can be specific to the goals of the university or the business. For Cal Poly, the analysis was to conduct financial analysis on lighting and HVAC systems and their transportation system. For CSU Long Beach, the focus was on energy efficiency, renewable energy projects, and had a focus on fleet electrification. So how does it work, and what are the first steps moving forward? First, a client would need to identify what their environmental targets are, and then we would come in and pull data sets to inform and shape the scenarios. Once different scenarios are created, EcoScore produces graphs and cost comparison charts to offer a visual evaluation of climate and energy goals. These graphs can help you communicate the projected triple bottom line scenarios to management staff and community stakeholders. And as I mentioned, each scenario analysis will be tailored to each client specifically. Once the framework is set up, we would come in and train your staff how to use this tool to run your own scenarios and implement projects on your own. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions or want a free consultation, please contact me at this email address, and I'd be happy to walk you through the system. Thank you again.